Hey, good Saturday afternoon to everyone. I'm going to do a special live stream this week since it's 944 Fest week and we got to get some cars out of here. So, thought I would live stream on a Saturday. Hope you guys saw the Facebook post and have joined me here today. So got a lot of these cars going to the Fest and I'm going to be working a lot this week to try and get them ready. So figured I would go ahead and do this on Saturday to get it out of the way, so that way we could have tomorrow to work. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. You know who I am. I'm Brent. We're here at Andreas Porsche 944 Specialist here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And today we'll be looking at a few cars that we're getting ready to send to the Fest, but want to know how your day is going and what you're working on. So I normally don't stream on Saturdays, so I don't know how many people are going to be joining me in here, but for all you guys watching it later, try and keep it entertaining the best I can. If there's not going to be any comments, we don't know. So we've never done a Saturday stream, so we'll see who comes in. But today we got this 1987 Porsche 944 Turbo here. Came in needing a lot of stuff, but overall in pretty good condition. The owner was going to take his red 944 Turbo to the Fest, but unfortunately, it got stolen right out of his garage. Car was utterly destroyed. So, fortunately, he has another one here, but it needed a little odds and ends. But we got it going now. Someone said, I was so confused by this, thinking I was going crazy, thinking it was Sunday. Yeah, no, we're just doing a special live stream this week since we're going to be busy all week with 944 Fest activities. So thought I'd do it now rather than not have one at all. But hope you're having a great Saturday. I know the times on Sundays a little weird for some people, so Saturday works. Maybe we'll start doing this on Saturday. But yeah, so very clean car here. Just needed some little odds and ends. I'll get you guys turned around here and let you see it. So I did show this some last week. We got this fixed. You may remember in the last live stream. Couldn't hear it clicking. Got that fixed. First thing, car's driving great now. Before, it almost didn't want to stop coming into the shop. The brake fluid was so bad. We got it flushed, got some clean brake fluid in here. The airbag light was on from having a fault in it. We checked everything out and reset it, and the airbag system's working great now. A bunch of other stuff. We went ahead and put new belts on here. New sensors since they were original and they had a crack in the plug. Just go ahead and do this stuff before it becomes a problem. So anytime you buy one of these cars, maybe this would be a good episode to do some of this with. But yeah, good time to just go over stuff to do when you're buying a 944. This one here was bought in 97 and driven on and off. Like I said, he had another one, and it sprung a leak after they had some work done to it. I believe they had the belts done to it in 2017, and they just stopped driving it, went back to driving the other car. But all it was whenever they did the belts, they put this hose on the turbos. They can go either way, and they put it upside down so it hit the fan and cut a little hole in the fan. So they were worried that it might damage something, so they didn't drive it, since they didn't know how much coolant was in there. We got that fixed up. We went ahead and changed a few other hoses while we were in here, new spark plugs, new spark plug wires, you know, just odds and ends. He had already put new fuel lines on before he brought it to us. The car didn't run when we first saw it. He'd gone through and done an excellent job of going through all the stuff to make sure it wasn't the coil or the wiring, and so I just went back and double checked, and you know, if it wasn't the DME relay, but ended up being the KLR. So popped a new or used KLR in there, fired right up, and then we were able to proceed with the rest of the work. But yeah, new oil change, filter, just some odds and ends. He's ready to go now. All right, so you guys tell me what you're working on, and let me know if you have any questions. This is generally how this goes. If not, I'll just keep the show rolling along. But this is the first car that we have going to the fest this year. Not the first one we completed it's going to the fest, but the first one this week that we've got out ready for the fest. This other one here is this pearl white 944 turbo. This one's an 86. You've seen this one a few times before. This one got a full respray and pretty much everything. No engine rebuild or anything like that. It has belts done at another shop already before it came to us, and it's driving fine, no vibrations. We do get a lot of cars that go to other shops that have balance shaft sprockets upside down and bad vibrations from that and just other goofy stuff. But for the most part, this car runs and drives just fine. We did have to connect a few vacuum lines that they'd not caught, but that's as far as the engine goes. We did have some coolant leaks. We pressure tested the system. They had left one of the hoses down here hanging half off. There was another leak right in here that we fixed. It was very small, but this pump right here was leaking. I believe the pump still works when we tested it. You know, whether it does now, we don't know. I gotta test it again, but there's an O-ring in there. We just take it out, put a new O-ring in there, and it's ready to go. These things are old. Whenever I can, I replace those pumps, but in this case, we just wanted it to stop leaking. But that is pretty much everything we did in the engine bay. We did put some new lines and new cap on here, just to clean stuff up a little bit. Then we mainly did body work. So this whole car was all body work, basically. And then we sent it to paint, got it cleaned up. This car is rolling out Monday. And we also did the interior here. You can see these are leather seats. We reupholstered them. Sport seats. The original car, the original seats weren't sport seats. So we got a set of sport seats. And we put some new foam in here and recovered everything. Sport seats are not fun. And the motors down here didn't work. We had to sort through all that and get everything working again. But a very nice car. We also put a new headliner in here. This is what the owner chose for the headliner. It's a little plush headliner. On camera, everything looks like very different colors. It's not that bad in person. And the seats actually look better in person. These sport seats, we went through probably 2 sets of sport seat covers till we finally got some that had the least amount of wrinkles in them. It's just the way they're sewn. But yeah, I'm not. The sport seats are not a lot of fun. It seems like you can get a set of standard seats from anyone, and they'll be sewn perfectly, and you don't have any wrinkles. But when you step it up to sport seats, it seems like they're always, well, in my experience, which is very little as far as sport seats go, recovering them. Trying to find the set that's not going to be all wrinkled up is very much of a challenge. I like the seats to look kind of like these original seats and nice and smooth, but I will say the wrinkles kind of make it a little bit more comfy. It makes it look cushier, but yeah, it's not kind of what we're going for, but it happens. I mean, you can only install what you're given, but Here's an 84. This one isn't going to the fest, but I just thought I'd show you guys. We are currently finished painting the engine bay. Got the new tank installed with coolant. This thing turned out pretty nice. I said we repainted the engine bay and we sealed everything up with seam sealer down in here. There's no rust in the battery tray. It was starting, luckily not in the pan. It was starting around the battery clamp there, and we were able to clean that up a little bit. And yeah, that's about the only rust on this car, surprisingly. But runs and drives now. Just got to put we're putting a new brake booster check valve on there. Of course it broke when we were messing with the new vacuum lines we're installing. Common problem. Go ahead and replace those. That's another good thing. So anytime you're buying one of these early cars, just go ahead and put it in the budget to replace that check valve there. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Everything I got right now is turbos, but oh, I got one over here on this S. Oh. Yeah, the check valve kind of looks like that, and what happens is this little thing right here just falls off, well, breaks off, and people try and glue it back in there and everything. It's just going to create a little vacuum leak, so it's not worth the problem. Let's see, I got a question here. Daniel asked, if pin 17 in the B wire harness that connects to the gauge cluster in the back seems to be recessed, can they be bent back? If so, tracing an issue with the trip reset not working and everything else is okay. So you're asking if the pin in the cluster seems to be let's see. If that pin inside there is bent, you may have to depin it, and I've never depinned those. I know it should be possible. You might just have to get one of these tools here. I don't advise the ones that we use because they're so cheap to just bend up, but you'll get the idea from. I do use these, but there's better options out there. They kind of look like this, and these will just slide in behind the little where the clip is and pop them out. Like I said, these are $7 on Amazon or something, and we do use them, but they break so much I don't recommend them. But better options out there. I should probably get some better options. I definitely did when it came to the ones we use the most, which are for the mirrors and stuff. But you should be able to depin that, bend everything back, and then slide the pin back in. That would be my best guess. I don't think I've got anything here with a cluster out, but those little things are very tiny, and usually when they're that small, they may only clip on one side. I've never had a reason to depin those, and I feel for you because I would not want to. So maybe there's another option. You might be able to get in there and get a very, very small pick and pull them back. Actually, I think I might have something out here on another car. Hang tight, we'll go out here. I think I got one of these out here. I'm not gonna take any, well, I might just take, I'll tell you what, I'll take those little cheap tools with me. They do work, but there's so many better things than these. We'll see if they work. I'll try and depin one for you. I'm not gonna promise anything, because sometimes you have to cut your losses, and just it's going to take more time to replace the plug. It might be better just to replace the plug. But we'll see.